Today, I'm speaking with Matt Lowry, Director of Research and Development at Gill Corporation, for part 2 of this series about the company's new GillFISTS foamed in-situ thermosetting system technology. Hi again, Matt. Could you please tell us in detail, how does GillFISTS core achieve improved thermal insulation, better acoustic management, and superior damage tolerance?
Basically, what's happening with GillFISTS is that the foam being inside the cells of the core interrupts the normal convection currents that happen inside of a cell of honeycomb. Normally, we think of air being a pretty good insulator, but when it's in a confined space like a cell of a honeycomb, what happens is you get little convection currents inside those cells, and those convection currents conduct heat from one side of the panel to the other. So by having the foam inside the cell, it interrupts those convection currents and improves the thermal conductivity from one side of the panel to the other. With acoustic performance enhancement, it's kind of a similar thing in the sense that sound travels through the air by waves, and the panel where there's just honeycomb core between two facings, the sound can travel through that panel unimpeded. So what the foam does is it tends to interrupt the behavior of the sound wave as it's going through the panel. And depending on how the GillFISTS panel is configured, it can address different kinds of acoustic behavior. So the panel can be configured to specifically improve the absorption of sound or the transmission of the sound through the panel. So there's a lot of different ways that acoustic management can be addressed. With regard to damage tolerance, what we think is that the foam being present in the cells of the core helps to stabilize the cell walls of the core. So if a panel gets impacted or hit on the surface of the panel, the foam in there serves two functions. One, it helps to stabilize the cells of the core so they're not so prone to buckling. And then there's also kind of an energy absorbing effect that the foam has, and it helps to dissipate the energy of the impact event. So if somebody drops a floor panel in an airplane, if somebody drops a briefcase, or the flight attendants throw a bag of ice down on the floor or something like that to break up the bag of ice, those events involve energy being impacted on the floor, and the foam helps to dissipate that energy away from the point of impact. So it probably serves two functions: stabilizing the core and also absorbing some of the energy.
Thanks for taking the time again to speak with us today, Matt. For more information about GillFISTS or any of MC Gill's other honeycomb core and commercial aerospace products, head to www.mcgillcorp.com.